Who will you marry? And when will you get married? Will you be alone forever? Let's get into a reading to find out. Hi, I'm Jolene. I'm here from Chill Lifestyle. And today we're going to get into the specifics around the timing and what you'll be going through before you're about to meet your future spouse. We will go into what they've gone through, roughly, the setting of how you will meet them. We will give you a personality check on them. Please don't get into too specific. Always take down notes, do a couple of these readings. Sometimes every reading has something for you. Obviously, none of us are going to say to you, it's him, he's got blue eyes, blonde hair, his glasses, this tall. No, because these are always general readings. But Spirit will often give you indications of that. And it's quite important to know what you are going through. This is not you'll get married in 2 months' time, because that's impossible to know this. Often divine timing has to come into play, and you might have to go through, you both have to go through certain things before you can meet or before you can get married. So let's get into the details. Okay, so these are your 3 paths. You take your time, okay? You ask Spirit, God, whoever you pray to help give you the correct path, okay? You might look at the timestamps, which is down below. You may look at certain paths that stand out to you. You may like a certain number or one of these crystals seem better, okay? Put your hand on your heart, pause the video, take good deep breaths, and then choose your selection. Okay, so this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Let's get into it. Right, if you chose this stone or this pile, this is your reading. Now I'm going to get to these cards a little bit later, because what I first want to see is, what are you going to go through around the time that you meet your person? Okay, so wow. Okay, wow. So pile number 1 is going to happen. Okay, wow. So what I'm getting straight away, pile number 1, the Tower card at the back of the deck. You are going to go through a massive shake-up and change in your life before you meet your future spouse. Okay. So this is, you were in something very toxic. Okay, so take whatever resonates. It could have been in a toxic relationship, a toxic cycle, something in your life that you may have been addicted to, or you may have even gone through an addiction. Everyone's different. You may have gone through a huge amount of addictions, or come out of a very toxic relationship, or dealt with huge amount of shadow work. Maybe you grew up in a household with narcissistic parents or abusive parents, and you had to go through cycles of repeat until such time that your tower came and pulled, it's like the whole world gets pulled from underneath you. And it's because you were in cycles that were not good for you. You were in relationships one after another that wasn't good for you. And you had to learn how to stand your ground. The Queen of Swords is someone who really and truly, doesn't matter if you're male or female, please just understand the role, not the sex. So the Queen of Swords is someone who, she knows her worth. In fact, she is so forward focused. Her mind, her thoughts, her control, everything is very much, I know what I want, I know where I'm going, and I'm cutting anyone or anything out of my life that is no longer in my life, that needs to be in my life, that is no longer relevant to my life. And you are definitely cutting out this seriously toxic cycle, okay? You will have a period, though, of rest. So this could be months, this could be years between one relationship and another. It feels like you need to go within for very long periods of time in order to understand what you've gone through, in order to deal with the shadows that you were going through. So this is really pivotal. So if you've been single for a very long time, then spirit guides are saying you will meet your future spouse when you have gone through this dark night of the soul, when you have gone through why you have chosen, when you have acknowledged the fact that you have chosen wrong cycles or wrong people, okay? You've allowed people, friends, family, people to take control of your ideas or your thoughts or your whole world, okay? When you have figured this out, and you start to find your own happiness. It's almost like once you have lost everything, everyone, you start to find happiness, and the happiness comes from pure joy. This is a child. He doesn't care whether he's got lots of money, whether he's got a big house, whether he's got fancy cars, good clothing, whether he's attractive, whether he's not attractive. This little boy is just so happy. He is riding free into the wind. And this is where you will be when you meet your future spouse. So the timing could be around Leo season or Capricorn season, or somewhere in between Leo season and Capricorn season, meaning obviously near the end of the year to the beginning of the following year. Again, this is not giving you exact time, but it does feel like it's during the day is what I am getting. It could definitely be during the day, but you will definitely be happier within yourself. You will be freer from whatever you had experienced in the past. Now I want to get what your future spouse will be going through during the time. I feel like your future spouse is someone who is going through a spiritual awakening themselves as well. It's almost like you both go through something very similar. Maybe not be exactly the same, but there's definitely a similarity between you and your future spouses and the journey. Whoopsie. The Emperor. Now, this doesn't have to mean that your future spouse is a man. Obviously, if you're a male, this is just stating that your future spouse steps into their power, steps into their leadership role. Your future spouse, like you, that realizes, I need to cut out people in my life that doesn't belong. Your future spouse is exactly the same. There may be a little bit of competing, or feel like the future spouse feels like they have to compete to get your attention. There may be a bit of drama around the meeting, or exes getting involved, fighting drama, something to do with that. There is definitely conflict when you guys first meet. So it's not going to be all happiness and roses, but you will feel stronger enough to be able to deal with it. And so will your future spouse. They may be starting their own business, they may be going into a leadership role, but it does feel like your future spouse is someone who is very organized, very structured, very disciplined, or they're going to become more organized. A very logical person. This is someone who, like you, has definitely realized their power, and they're stepping into their power around the same time. So that's quite good, actually. So yeah, definitely spiritual awakening. Right, around the time, High Priestess, your future spouse becomes very spiritual. So they could be psychic, they could have psychic abilities, highly intuitive person. This person is, you'll have to have patience. I do kind of feel like, again, there is some kind of drama around your meeting, or some kind of drama around the time that you guys get together. And you'll have to, this person's going to have to consider a lot before they make a decision. So you might have to wait patiently for things to happen, because again, I am getting this patience that is needed around the time of meeting, because again, there is some kind of outside interference. The sun, wow, you both have got the sun. That's amazing. So again, you are both stepping into your power. You're both focusing on confidence. You're both focusing on success. You're both feeling very empowered during the time of your meeting. Okay, so definitely Leo season is very important. We are currently in Leo season, so for some of you, not all of you, something could happen in Leo season. Okay, but there's definitely something really important going on with this person. Okay, so I'm going to clear this now, and then I'm going to get into what I want to know is to get some hints and clues around the meeting itself. I'm going to use this oracle deck just to get some ideas. Maybe it will give us a place, something will tell me how will pile number one meet their future spouse, or where, or how. Give me something around the meeting. This person's going to come to you in your dreams. It's like you will meet them in your dreams, or before you come together, or before union. And what will happen is you may dream a lot about them, but what I'm really getting here is it's like you won't see them. Look at the shadow. this person will like appear in like one of those dreams where you wake up and you know you've dreamt about someone, but you can't quite say who it is. This person's going to appear in your dreams almost like a shadow, like you can feel that someone was there, but you can't really tell who they are, but you feel their energies. Okay. Wow. So I did say during the day, I'm getting somewhere that's unique. So this could be an innocent meeting. It could be in a, an outdoor area. Again, it's something that's possibly just quite unique. Yeah, when you guys meet, there's a past life between you and this person. So it's definitely going to feel very serendipitous is what I'm getting. It's like when you meet, there's this pull to one another. And it's something you can't really understand. But there's definitely meeting during the day. Could be in some kind of different environment or some kind of innocent place. I don't know what that means. So it could be, like a park, a place where children play, the beach, an outdoor fair, market kind of area. Okay. But there's definitely something about a past life, and it just, whatever it is, it's like when you meet, you feel like you've known each other for whatever reasons. Okay. Okay, tell me more about their relationship. How are things going to be with pile number one's relationship? So it feels like, again, I am getting this sense. So one of you may have gone through a divorce, or maybe going through a divorce during the time that you meet. Maybe this is why it needs to take some time. It's almost like there's this meeting, there's this reunion or something like that happens between you. But one of you has to go through legal proceedings, a divorce, or this person may be, for some of you, just throwing it out there, a lawyer, and they're helping you through some kind of lawyer or an advocate or some kind of counselor, or someone who helps you through some kind of legal situation or legal papers. Okay, and if it's not you, it's the person. I think that one of you is definitely single and the other one's going through something. So one of you may be going through a divorce and the other one's quite single. And this does create a little bit of stress around the situation. And it may feel like this person's not really committed in the beginning, because with the Knight of Rods, this is someone who rides in and rides out, or you and this person go through a bit of a cycle of repeat of being in each other's lives, in and out of each other's lives a few times before the actual commitment happens. Okay, so there does seem to be a bit of drama. There does seem to be some kind of legal situation, or things need to balance out between you. Okay, there is a sense of independence, and there is a sense of perhaps going round and round before the actual commitment happens. Okay. It could also be a fancy dress party, or party where people are dressing up. I've got a vision of like a fancy dress party, like a during the day. There's something different about meeting, or yeah, some kind of different place. Okay, I do feel like you or your person's going to be a bit defensive. Okay, I am getting that this person is either financially going through financial struggles, or they're going through health problems. One of you is definitely going to go through this. Okay, there is this feeling of, you can see, look at this person's gone through a lot, or you've gone through a lot. Maybe you've dealing with financial problems, or this person is really struggling financially, and this person's exhausted. So their walls may be a little bit up, but there's a lot of passion between you and this person. I'm really getting that whatever this person's gone through, or you've both gone through, there's definitely a sense of feeling lonely or feeling left out or feeling excluded. Some kind of loss, some kind of pain that's really hurt them. And they're still looking back at the past or at, a situation. Maybe someone was ghosted, as I said. We could possibly have some kind of player energy here too. But there's a lot of passion between you and this person. And it feels like once a decision is made, it's like once the burdens are being put down, or look at the fighting and the heartache. Okay. And there we've got the Emperor again. So the lead up to you guys, when you finally land up in a commitment, is probably over a period of time, because it feels like there's some kind of drama, court case, divorce, legal proceedings that have to happen. Justice has to happen first. There could be a bit of a in and out. They choose a karmic. So there could be karmics involved. Justice also stands for karma. So this could be a twin flame situation, that there's a karmic involved, a breakup, get back together, because it does feel like this person will heal from a my way or the highway situation, a toxic situation where they may have been dealing with someone who put a lot of burdens on their back. Okay, so there's definitely a lot that happens. And then a final judgment call, a rebirth happens in this relationship, where eventually a love offer is made and you guys come together and work together. So, this is when union will start to take place. Does feel like a masculine comes back with an apology. And they realize that they sabotage the relationship. And then there's communication and there's momentum. Okay, so yeah, this this one's not going to be a simple situation. Like I said, I'm really picking up a lot on a twin flame dynamic coming up in this relationship, of maybe a bit of player vibes, maybe a bit of ins and outs before it comes through. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at about this person, right? Okay. Right, so this person, the light of the world, this person's perhaps a homebody, or they are a very spiritual, deep person. This person's very intelligent. They've got like this inner knowledge. It may not even come out, like this person doesn't have to have a degree. Degrees doesn't mean someone's intelligent. Okay, this person, but they've got a lot of knowledge. It's like when you talk to them, you'll realize like, wow, this person's deep. They've got this deep inner sense. Okay, they may enjoy to go within, or they may be slightly a loner, or they don't have like someone could be very popular and then all of a sudden change as they get older. I am getting like, as this person gets older, they change a little bit. They may have been an adventurer when they were younger. Okay, someone who played the field, perhaps, someone who loved adventures, or this person's adventurous. Their personality is definitely very adventurous, but they're also someone who loves their alone time. They like, perhaps the fireplaces. They love fireplaces, and they enjoy that secluded energy when they can be away from the world. Okay, so it's really important for this person to get away. Even if they enjoy the fun and the outside world, they also love their inside world a lot. Okay, this person expresses their love through gifts. Now, it doesn't have to mean physical gifts. I mean, gifts doesn't have to be monetary gifts, but it can be like this person will take note of your favorite dessert or your favorite foods, and this person will make sure that they give you in that sense. So this person takes note of what you like. This person takes note of what makes you happy, and in order to show you that they appreciate you, this person will buy you or bake for you or cook for you something that's important. Okay, so that's their love language. Okay, they may not always say it, because again, I am getting that this person has gone through a lot. Their walls may be up. They may be petrified to open their hearts to you because they're healing through something quite tragic. And so they might just express it in a different way. So have a look at the love language rather than them saying it, or maybe, you know, they might just come and give you hugs out of nowhere, but it's what they do for you. That's how they show you. There's definitely an attraction. You and this person have a huge amount of attraction together, and they're very attracted to you. Now we've got mastery and Pisces. Interesting, doesn't mean. So Pisces could be in their chart. Okay, it could be something significant. As I said, it could be their Venus, their Mars, their Saturn, Jupiter, or even their South Node or North Node. Okay, the sixth house is very interesting. So again, we've got a faith, a mystic, someone who is, so we've got unconditional service, and then we've got the sixth house, which is very interesting. So what we've got here is we've got Virgo energy, also something that's quite big in their chart. So we've got someone who is, on one hand, very wishy-washy with the fish. Pisces can be very wishy-washy, emotional, go with the flow kind of person. They're a mutable sign, so they just kind of like, I go with the flow, I'm happy, I can be in different environments and I can adjust to different people. There's a little bit of mysticism because, like I say, one minute they're an adventurer and they love to go out and see the world and travel, but at the same time they like the more quiet lifestyle. But at the same time, this person is, again, there's this intelligence, there's this Virgo energy of paying attention to detail, or being very knowledgeable, or they might work with health or a healer or healing some in their career. We did have well, the mystic could also be like again a healer, shaman, someone who's very wise, a coach, something like that. They may work with pets. We've got ritual and practice, skills and tools and services. So there's quite a lot to this person. Okay, now we're going to get some possible initials. Again, you don't see your person's name here, first name, middle name, or one name that sounds like quite loud in your name. Don't be too upset. Okay, so we have got KVNUVBENS. Okay, so that's what we have for you, pile number one. Hopefully this resonated with you in some way or form. I'll chat to you soon and goodbye. Welcome if you chose pile number two. Now, I just need to warn you, pile number one, I didn't get a timing. It was a long time because it was a twin flame dynamic, and twin flame dynamics can literally take a long time. So I don't know if I will get a timing for this one again, but I will give you the information that you are needing to understand what you and your future spouse will be going through before you get together, and how things are going to progress in your relationships. Okay, so I am going to put this aside. We will come back to that now. And so the first thing I want to do is have a look at what you will be going through before you meet your future spouse. And this is a good indication as to what is going on in your life when you meet them. Okay, so sorry, some people like to see me shuffle. I will shuffle in front of you. Okay, so Spirit guys, please do talk to me about pile number two, what they will be going through before they meet the one for them. Well, I wouldn't say the one, but their future spouse, the person that they will actually marry. Wow. So I did see the Hermit card underneath. Okay. So it feels like, okay, I'm getting a theme here. Right. Okay. So when you are about to meet the one, the person that you will marry, you are closing off a cycle, okay? And the Hermit card was shown to me and underneath, and I didn't pull it out, but I think it was trying to tell me something. You are going to go through some kind of spiritual awakening, and you most probably going to have this need to disconnect from the world, okay? There's going to be this feeling of I'm needing more alone time, I'm not connecting with the people around me. You may be gaining a lot of spiritual knowledge or going through quite an awakening, okay? Because I do feel like before the cycle ends, you were carrying a lot of baggage, you were carrying a lot of heaviness of other people's stuff is really what I'm getting. So you were perhaps the helper, the healer to other people, but not recognizing that the person you needed to heal the most is yourself. And so you were carrying other people's baggage. You were helping everyone. So you possibly were the friend who's always there for the other people, or you are the, you always chose the broken people, because technically you're a healer, but you don't understand the fact is that you have to heal yourself first, so that you know how to heal people. And sometimes you need to learn how to heal people, but without carrying their baggage. So, and recognizing that some people need to figure it out on their own, and you shouldn't actually always be there to heal them, if that makes any sense. You can give them guidance, but then you need to allow them to go do their own stuff on their own. And so when you started to recognize that, hang on, wait a minute, I'm healing everyone else, but then everyone leaves me after they've been healed, you kind of will have to be alone. And there's a period where you actually have to go through this, because you have to recognize that you have to heal yourself first. And you will be closing off like a massive cycle in your life before you meet the one. The Eight of Pentacles tells me that you're now recognizing that you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your own skills. You have to work on your own stuff. And you'll be chipping away, learning new stuff, learning things about yourself, learning more things about life, learning maybe even more creative stuff, or even on your own career. Maybe your career has been affected because you're constantly jumping it and helping everyone else. And so you're not able to grow. There's something about your growth being halted, your life being halted because of other people, and because you always giving to the other people. So this cycle will come to an end, okay? And you will wake up one day and realize this, and this cycle will close. And you'll be working on yourself, minding your own business, disconnecting from other people, and bam, you get to meet your soulmate. It's like one of those, damn, why did this person have to come now? I'm so focused on me, or I'm so focused on my work, or I'm so focused on my life. Why did I have to meet this person? But this person is actually a wish fulfillment for you. And it kind of just feels like it's the wrong timing. Like, no man, this person cannot be coming now. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for them. I'm still working on myself. I'm still working on my money. I'm still working on my career. And Spirit is like, well, this is one of those divine timing interventions, okay? So you may not feel quite ready for them, and that's when they come in, okay? It's like life happens when you're making other plans, and that's exactly what I am getting from this pile, okay? And this person, I mean, we've got Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. We've got the Star card, wish fulfillment, okay? It is like everything you've ever wanted comes when you feel like you were not ready. But Spirit guides are saying that this person comes in at the right time. It may not feel like it, and you may reject it in the beginning because you don't feel like it's the right time, but it almost like this person's almost like a catalyst as well. They push you to do the work more quicker, or they push you to maybe things you've been ignoring. This person comes in because it's a new cycle you have to begin, and that's exactly what's going to happen. This person you're going to meet this person, Three of Cups and a Page of Cups. Oh, even the Fool card, definitely 100%. You meet this person through a friend's group, a friend of a friend, or when you're out there having fun. You may be at a celebration. This person knows someone that you know. Okay, so they're in your vicinity. Now, some of you, it may be while you're on holiday. Okay, doesn't have to be. But again, this card literally is how you're going to be feeling at the time. You're going to meet this person, and your heart literally wants to sing with joy. Look at this guy. He is like singing on his voice. In fact, he wants to tell the world. He's got news. Okay, so you might hear news of this person, like before you meet them, you hear news about them, like someone keeps talking about them. There's something about this person that you hear about almost beforehand. You might hear your friends talking about them, or possibly for some of you, this person may be on social media and you hear about them. There's something about hearing about news before you meet. You hear about them before you meet. So you might see a video and then you meet the person, or you hear their name. I don't know what it is, but it does feel like there's this news. This guy's like shouting through through the hills. But what I'm also getting, the Page of Rods is very much about someone getting a feather in their cap and actually going, wow, this person really sparks an interest in you, even though you do not feel like it's the right time. Look at this person. This person's blindfolded, trapped. Oh my God, their hands are tied. Like, I can't do this. I'm not ready. You know, I'm still healing from that past breakup. Or, you know, I can't even see how this person will fit into my life right now. Or there's no way this person's going to date me. Okay. There's just no ways. I mean, you hear that this person's popular, or this person's really attractive, or you hear what this person's into, and you're just like, no, I can't. There's no ways that this is for me. I don't believe it. It just can't happen. And spirit guides are saying this is a false sense of entrapment, okay? And you need to literally take a leap of faith. It's like one of those, you just have to go with it, okay? So that's very interesting, okay? Now let's go into your person, okay? So your timing, well, it's when you're ready. Okay, again, I can't always give timing, guys. It's when you are ready to release the fears, when you are ready to start over, when you are ready to put yourself first, and when you are ready to start working on yourself. That is the timing. And it's when you've put your focus on yourself, and put your focus on your work, and put your focus on you, that this person literally comes in. So it's like one of those out of the blue, when you least expect it. And you got to be willing to take a leap of faith. You got to be willing to risk it all, to lose it all. So when you're in that, when you're feeling that, that's when you'll meet them. Okay, so let's see about them. What is your person going through when you're about to meet? Three of Earth, Magician, okay, one more. Oh, okay, three more. Fine, fair enough. Okay. So the interesting thing is about your person. So we're getting very much, and it doesn't have to be Emperor energy, which is Aries. Doesn't have to be. It just means that this person is a leader. Okay. So male or female is not really the point. This person is manifesting you. This person is someone who is recognized for their high quality. So this person is a team player. They are. So we've got the Three of Earth and the Six of Earth and the King of Earth. This person is again with the Emperor and the King of Earth. It's similar kind of vibe here. This person is a very professional person. They're a very grounded person. Okay, they may have a lot of Earth in their chart. It doesn't have to be, but they recognize opportunities, and that's the point. Is this person will recognize that you are someone that they want, because they've manifested you. They have thought about what they have wanted, okay? And it does feel like, for me, that this person has had to go through their own spiritual awakening. So they may be a little bit more advanced than you are on the spiritual path when it comes to recognizing what they are wanting. So therefore, you may not feel like you are ready for them, but they know that they are ready for you. Okay, so this person's grounded, they're practical. This person is someone who has been recognized as someone who is very good with giving. So now you're going to get someone, whereas in the past you've given to people who have not recognized you, who has taken advantage of you and moved on. This person has learned that lesson as well. This person wants to give back. This person actually loves to give back to you. So it's like you will now be recognized as someone who gives, but this person will recognize and appreciate what you give, and they will give it back. Okay. This person is someone who is very confident. This person is someone who is financially blessed, and if they're not financially blessed, they have the opportunity to become financially blessed. I mean, you might meet them at the beginning stages of it. You definitely see the potential. There's potential in this person to become very wealthy. There's potential in this person to become very successful. Okay, so they've got the potential, even if they're not at the time that you meet them. That is their destiny. Okay, so the Emperor card as well, it's another card of saying, I mean, you've got another king. Oh wow, 3 kings. Wow, very interesting. So this person has a lot of masculine energy. It doesn't have to mean that they're a male, but masculine energy, they've got a lot of drive, they've got a lot of purpose, they have a lot of confidence in themselves. They may be a speaker, they may be someone like a coach, or someone who helps other people. So you both are healers in some way or form, but this person uses their voice to do something. Okay, and this is a manifestation. This person is like what this is what typical what you seek is seeking you, but you needed to stop being the giver, and you needed to give to yourself so that this person would see your worth. It's like one of those weird things. This person's also very intuitive. Okay, so this person is working on their career, you working on yourself. So it's again, it's like this alignment happens at the right time, and you may not feel like you are ready, but this person actually can help you. It's almost like this person comes when you are not completely ready, but this person can be a catalyst, and they can push you to do better in your life. Okay, so that's what you both will be going through when you meet this person, and that's how you will recognize them. Is this person it's something like this person feels better than you, better looking than you, or more popular than you, or you're in awe of this person, but at the same time you don't recognize that they're coming in at a time where they're going to help you do better. Now what I want to have a look at is your relationship. So let's have a look at this card. Let's look at how the relationship, once you finally meet, how things are going to pan out. Okay, so this person comes in at the perfect timing, and you may feel, again, there's this, you can't make a decision because there could be a stalemate when you first meet, because again, you don't see how this could work out. You don't think you're good enough. It's almost like you hit a bit of a panic in your life when you meet this person. Yeah, but this person's good. You see, change your life. This person's coming in to change your life. It's like you help each other. It's not like they just help you, but you help them too. Okay. Okay, right. So what is this relationship like? This is definitely a positive soulmate in your life. Okay. 3 of Water, celebration. You see, I told you. You guys have met through friends, or at a wedding, a birth announcement, some kind of celebration, someone's birthday party, while you're out having fun, while you're away on holiday having fun. But I also get that you guys are very close friends. It's like you really are there to support and help each other. Okay, there is a bit of patience that is needed. So, you know, this is not one of those we meet and we get married. There is a sense of independence that's still needed. So while you are dating them, I think you're still needing to work on yourself. You're still needing to work on your life. So there is still needing a sense of independence. And you do still kind of need to say to this person, look, you know, I love being around you, but I need this time. And this person will understand. You know, it's like one of those, if you're just honest and say, look, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, you know, I'm trying to do my work, I'm still healing, and, you know, I love you being here, but do you mind if I have this weekend to myself? This person will understand. They've done the work. They're grounded. They're not going to be upset, okay? So this relationship it's romantic, but there is a need for balance, because, again, it does feel like there could be stalemates between you and this person, and you can't pretend there's no problem. You cannot pretend when you are needing that independence, or sometimes even your person needs that independence. It's like you need time together, but you also need time apart to grow, to carry on growing, and to carry on healing. Okay, so you can't be sensitive that this person wants some time apart, and the same with you. Yeah, I do. I feel like you help each other a lot. This is one of those relationships to help each other a lot. Okay, maybe I can get anything here with how long until release. Yeah. So it could be around November time. So November may be very relevant to this reading. April was also quite relevant. But when it comes to timing, something about, it's like when something ends, when a phase or situation ends, okay, you will meet this person because you will realize it's time to move on. It's when you're going through a spiritual awakening. So November could be quite relevant. It could be when you start dating, could be when you meet. 10 of Pentacles. You see how very financial secure. Yeah, I feel like you two can be like a power couple that can grow a business and make money together. The Chariot. Okay. Now we've got a bit of Cancer energy. So Cancer period is also something that happens. I feel like what I'm getting from this pile is it takes a while. So you may be friends for a while, or you may be eyeing each other out for a while. But when you get together, it's like when you finally release the burdens, release the fear, and you two get together, then it happens quickly. Then your relationship kind of just takes off, okay? Because the Chariot, in most cases, one of the horses is moving forward and the other one is pulling back. This one's not really pulling back. His head is slightly turned to the side, which means it's slowing things down a little bit. But it's almost like when you and your person have got the willpower, these horses are moving, and that's a positive sign, okay? It's a positive sign. Things will move quickly. So it might take long for you to have that, okay, cool, we'll be together. But it feels like once you start, as long as you work through the issues of still needing time to heal, when you recognize the fact that, you know what, I'm getting overwhelmed, and you open up and you talk about things, this relationship will move quickly, okay? We've even got the renewal card here, which is, again, you know, it really is about time to move into a new direction. So it literally is when you've decided that it's time to move on from the past, when it's time to let go of all that didn't work out, when it's time to release all of that, this is the timing for you. So again, I cannot give a timing because, well, it all depends on when you're willing to let go of the past, okay? But on the upside, I definitely see things moving pretty quickly once you have gotten together, okay? So now let's get into more about your person. So this is your future spouse. King of Forces. So we've got quite a lot of Cancer energy. Now Cancer, doesn't have to mean, you know, if your person isn't a Cancer, don't take that into. We've got Cancer, Gemini, and Virgo. I'm so sorry, I'm trying to adjust it, and I'll just leave it. So we got King of Forces. We had that twice. So your person could be an air sign, you know, so it's Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We've got Gemini here as well. And that doesn't mean that, you know, I mean, you'd have to know your person's full birth chart to understand who they are. And again, you would need to know the time of their birth, place of their birth, etc., because, you know, we can have so many different planets in our birth chart. So, but I'm getting more than anything, this person's very intelligent, okay? They've got an intelligence that's not your normal intelligence. Like, they may not be book smart, but they're very intelligent in the sense of the King of Forces. I mean, we've got astrology, we've got someone who's interested in geology, astrology, you know, physics, someone who understands things that are not to the natural world is what I'm getting. So like I said, astrology, the stars, they love physics, slightly possibly on the spectrum, perhaps. There might be certain parts of their personality that's a little bit on the spectrum. This person, yeah, so as I said before, this person appreciates and receives, receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is the way to show love. So this person's love language is exactly that. This person loves to give just as much as you love to give, but this person really does appreciate the effort that you put in. This person sees you for the effort that you put in, and they give it back, okay? So they appreciate it and they graciously accept it, and then they find a way to show it back. So this person feels like, I mean, they've got a snowflake in their hand. So they feel like you are really precious, you know, to them. You know, the way that they're holding that snowflake and they're really admiring the snowflake tells me that this person will admire you, and the the effort that you put into the relationship. So it's like you finally get recognized for the effort that you put in, okay? But not only recognize, this person will give back. Healing family issues, your love life as you benefit for forgiving your parents. I feel like both of you have had some kind of upbringing with very harsh family upbringing, you know, like a very strict family upbringing, or something to do with your family members that has prevented you from self-love, made you feel like you had to heal everyone else in the world, but you forgot to heal yourself, because somewhere in your upbringing there was a sense of you don't deserve, or you shouldn't ask, or I don't know, it could be narcissistic parents or abusive parents in some way or form. And so you needed to forgive them, and they need to forgive their parents, so that you recognize your healing issues, okay? Now, Cancer, again, this is just a possible star sign, but I like to rather look at the values. So, home, family, nurturing, responsiveness, safety and protection, hunger and longing. So this is more about the personality. Your person loves home. It's like their home is their sanctuary. This person probably really loves to put all their energy into their home. They're a good homemaker. So this is someone who's perhaps, throwing it out there, building, interior decorator. This could be a passion or a hobby. They love baking and cooking and gardening. You know, their home is important to them. So someone who can perhaps do DIY, or their home is important. So again, they'll do a lot of work around the home, or something about the home is important. It's also saying that their family is very important to them. Okay, this person is a nurturer. Exactly that. You know, you're a nurturer, they're a nurturer. So you're both very nurturing. So again, for the first time, you will get it back from someone. Safety and protection. Yeah, this person, very protective person. Okay, but this person also has a hunger and longing. So as much as this person's seems very protective, we had the Emperor card there, you know, very masculine energy again, but this person themselves also has a hunger and longing for love. This person also has a hunger and longing for acceptance. You know, it's a two-way street for this person. Okay, then we've got Mercury. This is Gemini, 3rd house, Virgo, 6th house. Reasoning mind. I did say this person's hell of a intelligent person. Communication is very important. So this person likes to communicate, or this person talks a lot, but it's not like they just talk rubbish. This person actually enjoys, and I feel like this relationship is based on a lot of good conversations. You love talking, this person loves talking, and they think about what you're saying. This person's very clever. I did say this. This person may have a problem with their nervous system, and it's maybe because they take on so much that they might have a problem with the cortisol levels. But they love their day-to-day communication. They love their information exchange. You know, that they don't just want a one-sided, as I said, it's not just someone who babbles and babbles on about rubbish. They love good conversation. This person has a lot of intelligence and got a lot of interesting things to say. So yeah, this is basically your future spouse. Okay, so that made sense. Then let's get into some initials, possible initials again. As I said, it's very difficult to actually give a timing, but that's why I like to describe more what you're going to go through, so that you understand when you're going through this, and when you meet this person, you'll go, aha, I remember that. I do have a lot of these readings, guys. Oh, I think that's a W. Wax. Okay, I will get some more. Now, this could be first name, middle name, something in their name. Doesn't have to be their name at all. Okay, we've got a G. I think this is an M and an F. Oopsie. I'm going to get literally one more, just one more. Now, if you don't see your person's initial here, please don't get discouraged. Listen to the reading. Then I've got a B. Oh, sorry, not even inside. So these are possible names, middle names, surnames. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but listen to the personalities, listen to the signs, listen to what you were going through, and then look at the person when you meet them and go, does this sound like this person? That's the most important part of these readings, is understanding it's general. You know, different people are going to have different people coming in, so I can't give the same message to everyone, but as a general read, there should be something in there, and you should do more of these. I've got lots of them on my playlists, so do a lot of them. Take notes, so that when you meet the person, you can go, aha, this makes sense. Anyway, thank you so much, and goodbye. Hello and welcome to those who chose pile number 3. Okay, so again, guys, I cannot give you exact timing. I cannot tell you it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, because everyone's different. But what I will tell you, and this is the most important, is what you will be going through at the time that you meet your significant other, okay, the person that your future spouse, because that will give you a better understanding. When you're going through that, you can turn around and go, oh my God, I can kind of remember that. And then when you see what they're going through, those are bigger clues. I can tell you whether the relationship will be quick, whether the marriage will be maybe farther out. Some pals, I couldn't give you a timing because it felt like they had to go through a lot of challenges to get there. But let's see, okay? Let's see. I'm going to put that aside. And the most important thing is we want to clear out all the other energies of the pals. Now you can have a look at what are you going to be going through at the time that you meet your future spouse. Wow, that's a good start. Wow. Whew, this is so similar to pile number 1. Very similar. Okay. Sorry, I like to look through the cards to see if there's anything there that helps me. So what I am getting, you're going to be, okay, it feels like just before you meet your future spouse, you have some kind of shocking truth come through for you. Now, this can be something from like having an aha moment, having a spiritual awakening, realizing something, but it feels like some kind of truth sets you free. So this could be, and again, throwing it out there, you've had some kind of illusion in your mind. So maybe you've held on to a belief system, or let's just say you've held on to a specific person. And in your mind, this person was your ultimate future husband or wife, okay? And you thought, oh no, this person was what I wanted. And it feels like something happens. So either the universe changes you, or you get to see this person for who they are, and that relieves you. It's like you drop that illusion that you've had, and you wake up one day and go, oh my gosh, I never want to date that person or that type of person again. And the type of person is, you start to realize that this person was a player. Okay, you realize that this person always juggled you with someone else. So you may have had a pattern of chasing after people who were never available. So this is emotional availability, or you were always interested in the ones who weren't interested in you. Like, they were either in different relationships or other relationships, or they chose, the kind of guy or girl that was always looking elsewhere, and you were always chasing those kind of people, the people who could never put roots down, the people who could never put you first, the people who always came in and out of your life, and they may have seemed perfect, but it's almost like you have this aha moment one day and you go, wow, this person was never going to choose me. This person was never going to commit to me. I was chasing after people who was continuously chasing because something inside of me was afraid of actually choosing someone who was stable. So you may have gone for the bad boy or the bad girl, or the popular boy or the popular girl, instead of choosing the nerdy boy or the nerdy girl, because you were chasing something else. and you have that aha moment. And when you have that aha moment, you will be ready for the real person, okay? Because you will recognize the fact that I need to choose my own happiness. You will be set free. This Sun card is someone who is, this child doesn't care whether he's fat or thin. This child doesn't care if he's rich or poor. This child doesn't care whether he is riding a Maserati or whether he's riding a Beetle. This child is happy. He is riding free. You know, you don't see he's got no clothes on because it's covered. But that's the thing, he's free. You know, nakedness is means he's vulnerable, but he's showing, he's got his hands up in the air. He's riding free willy on the horse. So when you lose that control or you lose that need for others, okay, you will have had a period of being alone, okay? This period is vitally important for you. So you may not have anyone dating you. You may not even be able to date for whatever reasons. For some unknown reason, God will take everyone away from you and you are left in this sense of isolation. But this isolation is so important for you. So if you're put into a sense of isolation, this is what is needed before you meet the one. And it is there for you to go within. It is there for you to connect to your spirit. It's there for you to bring about a sense of peace, a sense of balance, because again, you kept chasing the drama queens, the drama kings, the people who, or people in love. You were chasing the things that were not in alignment with your true heart and your true soul, the peaceful people, the happy people, the kind people. You were chasing the adventurers, the ones who were attractive and they were feisty and they were dramatic and they were the screaming and the drama and the jealousy and all of that. These people were adventurous, but they never meant to stay. They only meant to ride with passion, and they come in with passion and they bring you and pull you up onto their horse, and you feel like you are riding off with your knight in shining armor, or, you know, goddess, and then they drop you off at the next port. So that is what you're going to go through. You're literally going to go through this moment of the truth of realizing, wow, I keep chasing the adventurer, but the adventure keeps riding away. And the more I gallop, the harder they ride. Okay, because they're always juggling. Okay, and it does feel like when you stop, and as I said, it probably means you need a sense of a fair amount of time alone to rest, to recuperate, to recover, and to realize what peace and balance is for you. That's when you'll meet the one. Okay, so let's go through what they will be going through so you can know how to recognize them. Because I feel like when you've gone through this, you'll know. But now you need to know how to recognize them. How? You'll recognize them because they are from your past or past life. Interesting. Oopsie. Okay. Your person is someone who is holding on to their past for some unknown reason. It feels like they are there's something that happened to them in their childhood that they are battling through when you meet them. Okay, it's something about their family. Maybe they were rewarded for certain behavior when they were young, and they are going to need to be climbing out of this pattern, okay, at the time that you meet them. They may be helping their family a lot, or helping a member of their family. It does feel like there's something about their family at the time that you meet them, and recognizing that they have to disconnect from the family members somehow, okay? Because this person has to release something in their lives. They have to release something, and they will be going through a spiritual awakening when you meet them, and they'll realize that it's time for them to move on. Okay, so they actually have to move on from something, and it feels like something from their childhood. Like they may be, for example, in a relationship, or had been in relationships that their family approved of, but it was toxic. Okay, or they are married when you meet them, or in a very serious long-term committed relationship when you meet them, and they dated this person because it fits their family's narrative, but it's not a good relationship. So it's not like you coming in, you know, I highly suggest you don't be dating someone who's married, but when you meet someone, they could possibly be needing to move on from something in their life, and they are starting a new beginning. Okay, it could be a new job that they are starting when you meet them. It feels like this person will be very it's so strange, so similar to pile number one. It feels like this person will be a little bit defensive, because they need to have a lot of courage to move on. Okay, so you might meet them just at the end of them ending a relationship, or they may still be in a relationship, but their relationship is kind of over. Okay, so you kind of want to make sure, obviously, that it is over before you get involved with them. But it does feel like, even if when you meet them, they have been out of a relationship for a long time, it does kind of feel like they were holding on to this situation for a long time. So their walls may be a little bit up when you meet them. But it does feel like they will be ready to start a new beginning. Okay, this person does have a lot of solid intentions. You know, from the Ace of Earth to the King of Earth tells me that this person, when they finally are ready to let it all go and start over, they have the potential to be very solid. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm getting, is that this person does need to release a lot before you meet them. Yeah, this person may actually be moving. You might meet them after they move, or you might meet them while you are on a trip. So you might be taking a trip. We do have the Chariot card there as well, which tells me, you know, there could be travel while you're both traveling, or they may be traveling and you meet them out of their normal place. Yeah, this person has experienced some kind of heavy loss. Okay, whatever it is. So it could also have been, like, for example, this person is a widow or widower, or they've lost someone in their life. It's quite heavy. So it's something that they held on to for a long time. They weren't ready to move forward. So you literally will meet this person when they are ready, as well as you. It's like you and them will both be ready at the same time. But this person's got a lot of heaviness that they held on to for a long time. They may have been addicted. Maybe they've got an addiction. Or you might hear, yeah, well, you know, I was in rehab. It's something that's quite serious that this person has gone through. So you will recognize in that they would have been coming out of something that they held on to, some kind of addiction. Now, this could be a relationship they were addicted to, or some kind of pain that they just didn't want to release. Okay, so, and it's something that came because of the family. So they could have been married, and there's children involved. And so they held on to a marriage, not because it was a good marriage, but because of family or children. Okay, so there's something about childhood. There's something about holding on, not wanting to give up, and protecting something that they had created. So they might not be completely ready, just putting it out there, when you meet them, because they're still holding on to something. Okay, even if the relationship is over, they could be divorced, the person could have passed on, they might have been single for many years. They were not ready to start a new relationship because they kept hope, or they held on to that pain. Something about that. Okay, so that will tell you that that's your person. However, once they are ready, that's what I'm getting here. Once this person is ready with the Ace of Earth, it feels like they will commit. Okay. Timing. Let's clear this up and let's see if I get any timing. I mean, other than Leo season, maybe between Leo season, from Chariot, no, maybe from about Cancer season through to well, Sagittarius season may be important, okay? So those months may be important for meeting or reuniting with, if this is someone from your past. So let's find out. Let's get into the relationship, and then it might tell me. But it does, with the Six of Cups, it tells me that when you meet this person, there is a sense of familiarity between you both, okay? Like, I know this person. It's like this deja vu. You feel like you've had deja vu. Like, I know this person. Okay. Tell me about this relationship. How will they meet? Where will they meet? I actually forgot to do that in pile number 1. Pile number 2, I forgot to say where they were going to meet. Oops. I will pull that now. Ooh, ego. Yeah. This is so similar to pile number 1. Wow. Pile number 1 is dating pile number 3. Haha. Okay. I want to know about the meeting, about when and where they're going to meet. I so did not do this for pile number 2. I forgot. Completely forgot. Who is future? Oh, Lord. Okay. Lucid dreams. Dreams. You meet this person in your dreams first. This is so weird. Okay. Too many cards. But I'm just looking at the, see, release, rebirth. There's definitely a need for release. Direction and timing. This is also one of those divine timing, guys. Amethyst, psychic abilities. Healing, mother, alchemy. Oh, Lord. Okay. This person, you will meet them in your dreams, literally beforehand. And so just like pile number 1, it feels like, this is what I wanted. So when you dream about this person, they appear like this, like a shadow. So you don't get to see their face. You don't get to see who they are, but you get a feeling of them in your dreams. So you will literally have this feeling of someone, okay? And they'll feel very close. And so when you meet them, they're going to look like someone you know. They're going to feel like someone you know. It's just this, there's this instant connection. You can't explain it to anyone. And it's because they've been coming to you in your dreams way before. I mean, we've got astral travel, we've got dream time, dream guide, lucid dreaming. This person's literally coming in your dreams. And the angels are sending them to you. Okay, so where will you meet them? You're going to meet them in your dreams. And it's yeah. So I don't have a timing, but your dreams will tell you. That's weird. Okay, so when you start having these weird dreams about a familiar dream or familiar places or familiar places, I don't know, something like that, definitely that's when you'll meet. So definitely could be in Leo season or between Cancer and Leo season. So June or July could be very important months for you. And then also, as I said, there's also Scorpio and Sagittarius season. For some unknown reason, those months are going to be important for you. So yeah, in the beginning, there's a lot of fear. And again, it's because of what you've gone through, and they're also fearing because of what they've gone through. So you both have a hell of a lot of fear on whether you can trust this, whether you can trust them. But your intuition is going to tell you that you need to have patience. It's like your intuition will say to you, look, this is the one. It is different. This person's not like your exes. This person's not going to run out on you straight away, but this person is still dealing with something, okay? And you have to be patient with them. So you've spent a lot of time going within. You've spent a lot of time healing. So you are ready, and this person is ready, unlike other people that are emotionally unavailable. However, there are some details. There is some conflict that has to be worked out first. So this person has a lot of fears, and so they might come in and then they might leave a little bit, but not like the others. They don't mean to leave. It's just they need some time to carry on, and you need to recognize when this person's still needing to heal, okay? But I do feel like once this person meets you, they're coming fast. This person they're tireless. They are your knight in shining armor coming in fast. So it's like they're coming very fast, and you might feel a little bit overwhelmed because of the speed that they come in. So they meet you and then they ask you out pretty quickly after that. This person comes in, they are very balanced. They're a good person. They are very balanced, but it does feel like in the beginning, they're still moving on from things. And so there's a lot of caution, a lot of holding back from you both. So they might come in very quickly and ask you out. And this kind of brings up a lot of fear from the past. But it could also mean that, like, once you overcome all these fears, things between you and this person move pretty quickly is what I'm getting. Yeah, balance needs to come in. Page of Water, the Star. This person they're going to think that you are so attractive. So this person has fears of other people competing for your attention. So they're going to ask you out pretty quickly is what I'm getting. Even though there's a lot of fear, this person's going to overcome their fear and ask you out. And I kind of feel like once you're together, you'll realize that you're on the right path. And you guys will have a new beginning. A new person enters your life. So for a lot of you, this is definitely someone new, if you've been thinking about whether they're new. But wait for the perfect timing. So again, this is one of those divine timings. It will happen when it's the right time, because I think this person has had a lot of fears. So spirit guides might hold them back. While you are healing, spirit guides are going to hold this person back until they are ready because of what they've gone through. But they will recognize you for who you are. They are going to find you extremely attractive, and this person will charge in pretty quickly. And I feel like once the fear is dropped, things will move very quickly in this relationship. Okay, so timing, again, the right timing. It kind of feels like to be the theme for everyone, unfortunately. Okay, let's get into your person. This is your stone, so this is your person. Okay, I did say Scorpio season. Doesn't mean that this person's Scorpio. As I said in the beginning, you would need to have someone's full birth chart to know. They could have Scorpio in very big placements in their chart as well. We've also got the 5th house, which is also very much Leo. Okay, so is definitely something about Leo season, or they've got a lot of this personalities. Okay, we've got Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. This person's very communicative. Okay, I feel like this person likes to talk, or they like to read, or they may be into publishing, just throwing it out there, or they love reading books or marketing, something to do with marketing, dealing with the public, talking, reading, writing. Okay. Relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Yeah, this is it. I think you needing to realize that you had patterns of constantly being with the wrong people, and when you finally get the strength to change those patterns and to start giving yourself, you'll be ready for this person. You got to give yourself, your relationship, a chance, work on your partnership. So again, I do feel like there's a lot of fear that prevents this relationship from moving forward. But once you recognize these old patterns, recognize the need to communicate more, it's what seems the most important thing here, is to learn to communicate. Your relationship will move a lot quicker. With Scorpio here, this person could be a fixed sign. Okay, so that is, fixed signs are Scorpio, Taurus. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and there's one Aquarius. So it could also be a fixed sign. Okay, any of those fixed signs, which means this person's a little bit stubborn. Okay, so they don't like to let go, which is why they've held on for so long. They don't like change. They don't like to release the past. So this person holds on a lot. Okay, but there's something very mysterious about this person. There's a lot of intensity. As I said, there's definitely attraction, and you feel very magnetic to this person. This person's a therapist again. Even if it's not their career to talk, they're very good with talking. People are attracted to this person because they're really great at helping people and talk to them. Investigator. This person may, I kind of feel like they'll look deeper into you before they come forward. So it's, again, they will hold back, but when they're ready, and they know everything that they need to know, they'll come forward pretty quickly. Agent of change. Yeah, agent of change, but they don't like change. Okay. Self-expression. So this person, we've got children, desires, creativity, recreation, speculation, personal freedom. So this person likes their personal freedom. Okay, they do need to have you need to be able to trust them, because this person may require time alone or to go do the things that they like to do. Okay, so if you're jealous and possessive, it's not going to work out. This person, I feel like they will express their desires to you. You know, they're not shy to express. Again, we've got the talkative mind. This person will tell you what they want from you or what they need. Okay, children that could be, they could enjoy children or really love to spend time around children as well. Being creative. I did say marketing, creative. So this person's got a huge creative. It's, you know, their personality, they love to express themselves through creativity in some way or form. And that could be, well, anything. Creativity could be woodwork. It could be a musician, could be an artist, could be poet, writer. Okay. Recreation, speculation, and personal freedom. Well, again, they just like to have a lot of fun. Okay. This is the house of enjoyment and fun. So you could have someone who's serious on one hand, but they still like to get out there and they still like to be almost silly, you know, like a child. So this person may have a serious personality on one side and then a very silly personality on the other side. Okay. So that gives you a good explanation as to who your future spouse is. Now let's get some initials. And I have lost them. Oh, I already found it. Okay, initials. Who is your person? Right, let's get some initials for pile number 3. Again, don't be upset if you don't see your person's initials. I've got a lot of these readings. Go look at all of them and just take notes, because there's probably something in every single reading for you. We got an X, an F, a G, a V, a U, a T, a K, and I'm going to get one more. A B. Okay, so it might help if I have them all. So this could be middle name, first name, surname, something that's important to the nickname. Okay, so those are the initials that I have for you, pile number 3. Again, do a few of the videos, take the different signs from every single one of them, and comment, like, and subscribe. Goodbye.